Hello, what's happening everyone? Well, today is a very special day as we are at Lamborghini Mumbai to shoot a very special car, and that is the Huracan Performante. So without wasting any time, let's go in and check it out. So this is it guys, the 2017 Lamborghini Huracan Performante. The front is as Lamborghini as it gets, and do take note that there is no front grille in the bumper. But at the front, the emphasis lies on the new forged composite front spoiler, which adds in minimum drag for faster acceleration and a higher top speed. So as soon as you start walking by the side, you'll notice this beautiful Italian tricolor livery. Though this is an optional extra, but it's highly recommended to pick. It's always good to see the Italian tricolor fly on something like the Performante. The highlight here are these 20-inch forged alloy rims, which are wrapped in very special Pirelli P0 Corsa tires. These tires were specially developed for the Huracan Performante, and they really contributed Lamborghini's lap times at the Nurburgring. Yes, 6 minute 52. And there is an optional extra of a much more aggressive tire pattern, which are the Trofeo R tires by Pirelli. And those are though track tires, but again they are homologated for street use. So yes, you can pick that as well. Okay, now to the rear. Here you're going to see a lot of forged composite again. But the highlight again is the way the exhausts are placed, and the entire design of the rear is inspired by naked motorcycles. The way the exhausts have been lifted up and are more centrally located than the standard Huracan. This is because when you're going to be driving in the Corsa, which is the racing mode, it is going to give you a really emotional racing sound. Also, this placement is going to help in reducing the back pressure and save a little bit of weight. But the highlight at the rear is this spoiler, which is a part of the ALS system. ALS stands for the Aerodynamica Lamborghini Attiva, and this is the entire active aerodynamics by Lamborghini. If you notice here, you're going to be seeing the vents, which is going to be allowing the air to flow out, overall increasing the downforce of the car. And this again is made out of the forged composite by Lamborghini. But here's a cool fact. ALA, which is ala in Italian, means wing. Okay, now it's time to pop the hood. Oh. So as you can see, this is a 5.2 liter NA V10. Now it is producing 640 horsepower for the Performante. As soon as you see the bronze colored engine manifolds, which says about the Lamborghini racing heritage and says that this is a very special engine made by Lamborghini. This is not typical glass. This is a plex glass made by Lamborghini, again for weight saving purposes. It's a fancy name for acrylic, I think. Okay, here you're going to be seeing two air vents, which are going to be sucking the air, feeding the air into the spoiler, and the spoiler is going to let that air out. And this is how the ALS system works in the Performante to produce more downforce with the help of these vents and the wing. Okay, now that we've covered the basic walk around of the Huracan Performante, I would like to invite Mr. Gautam Madnani, who is the business head of Lamborghini Mumbai, to help me out understand the car better. So yeah, Gautam.
How are you?
Very good, very good.
Great.
Firstly, thank you for letting me shoot the car.
Most welcome.
And so now, as I know a little bit about the basics of the car, if you can just make me understand how the Huracan Performante is superior, better to the standard Huracan. If you have to tell me 5 things, what would they be?
So I'll tell you, there are two very different cars, right? The Performante is aimed at an owner or a driver who's far more performance oriented, or someone who takes his car out on the track once in a while or more than once in a while to enjoy it. So it's different in many ways. What they've done is they've reduced the weight.
Weight saving, okay.
So weight saving has been achieved by the extensive use of forged composite.
Right.
Anyways, the Huracan chassis is a hybrid of forged composite and aluminum.
The forged composite, we will have to, take a crash course about forged composite from you later on.
Yeah.
But right now, yes, it's lightweight.
Yes. Use of forged composite, the wheels. Okay, so these are special wheels developed for the Huracan Performante.
Okay.
They are forged wheels. It's a single hub. They're lighter and they are stiffer compared to the regular wheels, so better performance.
Okay.
Right. That's on weight saving. There's an increase in power, so it goes up from 610 PS to 640 PS.
40 more horsepower. And by the way, what is the exact weight saving approximately? Like
40 kilograms.
Around, okay, so 40 more kgs and, 40 less kgs and 40 more horsepower.
Yes.
All right, okay.
Okay, another thing that is very special, it's a patented technology called ALA, which is aerodynamic
Yes.
Lamborghini Activo, which is active aerodynamics.
Right.
This was it has been patented by Lamborghini. That leads to more downforce, 750% more downforce to be precise.
Beautiful. Oh, okay.
So that makes the handling much better. You can take much faster turns.
And sorry to interrupt you, but I think we know the wing is contributing to the ALA, but there is a front spoiler as well, which is contributing to the better top speed and faster acceleration.
Yes.
Right?
So basically the front spoiler and the rear spoiler, they both have vents in them.
Okay.
Two vents in each, a left vent and a right vent. So they can either be both open at the same time or they can be individually open or closed depending on how the car is moving.
Okay. And also, is it that the front spoiler is being, as it is active, it is helping during the cornering and it will distribute the forces?
Yes.
Okay.
So when if you're taking a right-handed turn, the vent on the left is open, the vent on the right is shut. So there is more drag on the inner side of the car when it's taking a turn.
Okay.
And less drag on the outer side of the car. So compared to a lot of cars have active aerodynamics.
Okay.
What happens in those is that the flaps may open or close by themselves based on G-forces, based on the amount of wind that's hitting them. In this, there's actually a motorized vent inside, which decides when to open and when to shut.
Okay.
So when you're accelerating in a straight line, both vents are open. It allows air to pass seamlessly through the car. Okay, leading to less drag and faster acceleration. When you're braking, both the vents actually close together simultaneously, so creates more drag and a shorter braking distance.
Fantastic. So we discussed the weight saving, we discussed more power, we discussed ALA.
Yes.
And now we're going to be discussing the forged composite, which is a sort of a patented technology by Lamborghini, right?
Yes. Boeing played an important role in this. So Boeing uses a similar material on the fuselage of the 787 Dreamliner.
Oh, the window frames, the 787. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
the 787
right.
Dreamliner. And that's where Lamborghini actually got inspiration from, worked along with Boeing. And they've developed a special process. It's a very top secret process. The recipe is top secret. But what they use is they use something called short fiber, which is similar to carbon fiber. But
Oh, so instead of the long fiber, they are crushing it and using it in shorter form.
Short fiber, and it is forged, so it is stamped into shape. And they use a special resin which hardens the material, so it's lighter, it's stiffer.
That is real great insight. I hope Lamborghini doesn't really catch you for this.
I won't disclose the secret recipe because I don't do it myself.
Okay. So I think it's time to get inside the car, right? Please. Because I think there are a lot of this forged composite bits on the interior as well. All right, so Gautam, this absolutely feels fantastic, and it feels like I'm sitting inside a missile or something.
Yep.
So yes, you're going to be telling me about the composite.
Yes, so forged composite was, as I said earlier, was developed by Boeing. And Lamborghini together.
Yep.
It's been used extensively on this car.
Yes, and I can see a lot of forged composite on the interiors everywhere, and it's smartly used. They haven't really, just.
It blends in beautifully with the rest of the interior.
Yes.
So forged composite on the center console, on the AC vents, just above the instrument cluster, on the door handles. It's a combination along with Alcantara. So Alcantara interiors are standard for the Huracan Performante.
Yes.
Also, not because Alcantara looks nice and feels different, but it's also much lighter than leather. So it's another weight-saving measure.
Okay. Well, that I didn't know. Well, now sitting inside, I can feel how Marco Mappili would feel while beating that lap time of 6:52. And I got to tell you something. On my Instagram profile, I had made a post, and I had a fan moment when Marco Mappili himself, who was the driver who beat the Nurburgring lap time, he liked my post, and that was a big thing for me.
Awesome.
And yes, so I can feel it, how he would be feeling at the Nurburgring, because I've driven at the Nurburgring, and it is a complete bonkers of a place. It's dangerous as well as extremely fun.
Yeah.
And with this kind of a motor and this kind of a car, it would have been a blast to drive. At the same time, extremely dangerous.
Absolutely.
And this is having 4-wheel steering as well.
No, this does not have four-wheel steering.
Okay,
This
okay,
does not
alright,
have four-wheel
alright.
steering. It's four-wheel drive, but not four-wheel steering.
All right. And the seats, like again, we were talking about how Marco Mappili would be feeling while driving at the Nurburgring, trying to beat the lap record. So these seats are extremely great looking, no doubt, but not the most comfortable.
Yeah, so these are the single-piece seats, also known as the race seat.
Okay.
So it's one piece. It's made of carbon fiber. You can actually see the carbon fiber
Yes, I can see this, yeah.
on the seat.
So this is not made of the forged composite, this is the actual carbon fiber.
Actual carbon
All right,
fiber.
okay, okay.
And this has only one adjustment, which is front and back. You cannot adjust the height, you cannot adjust the recline.
And I believe this is mechanical.
It's mechanical, yes.
Again, weight saving, right?
Wait, however, for
Right.
those who are going to use their car more frequently on city roads, the regular comfort seat with with full electric operation is available at no extra cost.
Beautiful. That is a good thing. That is a good. There was something special about the laser.
This pattern, yes, it's called the Epsilon pattern.
Okay.
It's on the seat as well as on the sides. This is laser engraved Alcantara. Again, another innovation by Lamborghini. It's something different. Available again only on the Huracan Performante as of now.
That is beautiful. So yes, the Strada Sport and the Corsa. So yeah, the Corsa is having a separate instrument cluster design.
Yes.
Anything special about that?
Yeah, so it makes visibility much easier because when you're in Corsa mode, which is race mode, Corsa means race in Italian.
Right.
When you're driving on a track, all you're focused on is the RPM, is also the red line when you need to shift, which is why the entire instrument cluster just turns into one single large RPM meter.
Okay.
Just below that, you can also see there is a little graph that shows you the position of G forces.
Beautiful.
As,
Yes.
as
yes,
you're driving,
yes.
it will show you along two axes how in which direction the G force is pushing your car.
Correct.
And that's also what makes it more special because that's not a feature available on either the 580-2 or the 610-4.
In fact, the instrument cluster feels so great in Corsa mode. There is no need of a heads-up display, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Gautam, one thing I wanted to say when we were talking about the forged composite, I was researching myself on the forged composite, and I got to know that forged composite was they started developing in 2008 Lamborghini, and the first car which used forged composite was the Sesto Elemento.
Yes.
And the entire tub of the car was made out of the forged composite.
That's how they were able to achieve a curb weight of just 999 kilograms.
Okay, okay. So that is how it started, and now they've used it as a aesthetic as well as a functional approach in the Huracan Performante, right?
It performs two functions. So it looks great, and of course it's lightweight.
So this is an electromechanical power steering, right?
That's right. That's right.
So this is
electromechanical with an option called LDS, which is Lamborghini Dynamic Steering.
okay.
And what dynamic steering does is, so the car basically has three modes, right?
Okay.
Strada, Sport, and Corsa. When you're in Strada mode, which is basically meant for driving in the city, when you're driving in traffic, when you just want easy, peaceful driving, the steering is very light, okay, and it's not as sharp as it would be when it's in Sport, which makes it easy to park, which makes it easy to maneuver and drive. The moment you move into Sport, your steering gets a little stiffer and much sharper.
Wow.
Once you move into Corsa, steering is as direct as can be for the best experience on a track or if you're racing with someone.
So I think what are we waiting for? We should now start the car.
All yours.
Okay. Oh.
As you can see, when it idles in Corsa mode,
Yeah.
which it is in right now, it idles at over 1000 RPM at approximately 1200 RPM. If it was in Sport, it idles at a lower RPM, and in Strada, of course, it idles at about 800 RPM.
That is fantastic. And as soon as we go into the sport mode, the instrument cluster will change into a much more,
Yes,
you can say, user-friendly.
absolutely.
Oh, it does come with navigation, right?
Navigation is an option.
Okay, oh, okay.
It's an option.
All right.
And even this is customizable, so just by pressing this button, you can actually get rid of the secondary display and just have a central RPM meter, or you can move into a display that has the speed as your main display and the RPM at the bottom.
Okay, okay. So right now, as we are in sport mode,
Yes,
can I rev it a bit?
absolutely.
Oh my God. That's going to break the windows.
Very crisp. It's a very crisp sound. It's a little different from the sound that the 580-2 and the 610-4 makes because the exhaust is they're shorter pipes.
And I didn't even give more than 20% of the throttle input.
Yeah, you can only imagine what this would be going on a track or on a straight line, redlining at 8,500 RPM.
Also in Corsa, right?
In Corsa.
Corsa, it will get louder.
In Corsa, it doesn't get louder. It idles at a higher RPM.
It stays same.
It's similar. But then, of course, when you're driving on a track, when you're driving,
So right now I'm in Corsa mode and I'm going to rev it a bit. Oh my God. This is just epic. 8,500 RPM is the red line, right?
yes,
I'm not going to be going to anywhere closer to red line, maybe around 5,000. Let's try again. Oh my god. Oh my god. So yes, I need to thank Gautham here to give me this opportunity to shoot the Huracan Performante and give us this exclusive piece of footage for our channel. And so thank you, Gautham. It was a big pleasure and privilege. Yeah. So on that exhaust note, thanks for watching.